In conversation today, we are joined by Obert Mazivisa, lead vocal for the Free to Worship music group, a UK-based outfit that has been in the country for the past fortnight or so. And we have conversation with Obert Mazivisa. Hello, Obert, and welcome to Morning Rush.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
Can't complain, should only get better. Now, this, of course, promises to be quite an interesting conversation because Marisa is a wearer of many hats. She's also a worship leader at the Celebration Church. Now, Obert, you were in the country with the rest of the team for the Ezekiel Guti Legacy Concert. May you tell us a little bit about that and how that played out?
That was an amazing event. We missed last year when we were celebrating his 100 years, and then of course he went to glory. And this year we couldn't miss it. We had to come. So we came in with a team of about 18-20 people from the UK to come and celebrate together with Zimbabwe. This event has been happening all over the world, wherever Forward in Faith is in 168 nations.
168?
Yes, so it's been happening there, but we had to come here because that's where it all started.
This is the flagship, hey.
So
now when you talk about Free to Worship, the group, how did that all come about?
The Free to Worship group is a group that Baba Good always wanted to have. Right. A group of young people that can sing and minister and share the gospel and the love of God throughout the whole world, who are able to travel all over the world. So when we started in 2011, that's when we started. He actually came to the UK and launched the group. So from there, we've been doing recordings and things like that. But it's not entirely for the Zayojo people. It's open to any other musicians and artists from other churches.
Right. You've done about 3 projects to date. May you tell us a little bit about that?
We did our first project, which was massive. That's where you have songs like, I don't know if you know, Baba, we are waiting for your rain to fall.
Yes,
I
know that one very well.
Exactly, we did all. That one, it's me who sang it. I don't look the same there, but it was... And then we take all the glory. I think it was written by a member of Forward in Faith, and when we did it with Free to Worship, that's when it went all over the place. That was the first project, and we did a second project with some amazing songs that are there. And then we did the Free to Worship 3, where you have the most popular song is Batauya Vanavenyu. That's project 3.
Okay. So some absolutely fascinating songs right there.
Yeah, songwriting is so crucial, and I do know that you're obviously biblical and things like that. But I want to talk about the accolades that you've encountered with this group. Obviously, have you won any awards, events? Tell us more about that part.
We have been nominated in several, because obviously we are a Zimbabwean.
Right.
Yeah, like a Zimbabwean church group, and so it's easier to recognize us. It's easier to see us in the United Kingdom. So we've been nominated in several awards, and recently, most importantly, we were nominated in the Ezekiel Guti Awards that just started this year, which is something that was so exciting. We didn't win it, but those that won it deserved it.
Yeah,
but
I did watch some of it online.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was just awesome to be there, the whole place packed, and having your name there, you know.
So when you talk about just a Zimbabwean group, it's just the Zimbabwean singers, or it's also some British singers as well? How does that, because you did mention that it's an interdenomination
It is in the denomination. Actually, when I did Baba, We Are Waiting, one of the ladies that I sang with, that song is South African. So it's not only Zimbabwean.
Okay.
The only thing about Zimbabwean about it is that Forward in Faith, as we call it outside of Zimbabwe, its HQ, it's Jerusalem, is Zimbabwe.
Right.
Oh, so Jerusalem in this context means Zimbabwe.
Yes. Zimbabwe is Jerusalem. Zimbabwe is Jerusalem for us.
Yes. Okay. Fantastic. Now, much as, of course, you are a part and parcel of the Free to Worship, but I also do understand that you are also a songwriter, and you've also carried out some projects in your individual capacity. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. I grew up in church, trained to sing in church, And as years go by, people saying, "Oh, wonderful, wonderful." Others encouraging me to do my own thing. So I ventured into writing my own songs. I have my own group that is separate from Free to Worship. We have won several awards. I don't know how many I have with that group. So yeah, it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful.
Absolutely amazing.
That's good. I want to delve into the aspect of coordination. You say you have the Free to Worship and you also have your own one.
Yes.
How do you coordinate this and how do you manage? Because we're dealing with people. I mean, me being from a background also of a choir, and there's a lot of coordination and a lot of toes you step on, toes you don't step on. How do you manage that? Are you the sole leader of it, or do you delegate?
Well, I'm not the sole leader.
Right.
Free to Worship has got several directors. I think there are 8 of us who have several different duties to perform. So we coordinate. What I am best in doing is songwriting and actually coordinating the team, bringing the team together. Of course, I've got experience. I've been singing for years. Yeah. So I am there because our team is comprised of young people. The one that we have now, we've got 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 20. They're very young. So they've got something to copy, something to learn for. So I'm there as an example and to help them, their songwriting, their performance, and what to do on stage and things like that. But we've got all other aspects of other people who are actually professionals in in what they do. Yes. So.
Right. Now, can you tell us about some of the projects that Free to Worship is working on? Anything in the pipeline?
Well, that is more exciting. So we've been to Zimbabwe, which was our major one.
Okay.
To Zimbabwe, we're going to go to Dubai again. We're going to tour Dubai, and we're going to tour America, USA, and then on the 31st of August, we are having our live recording for this year. We do one every year in the United Kingdom, and that is going to be on the 31st at our favorite home place, which is the Grove Theatre in Dunstable. So yeah, if you're there, you're from the UK, Dunstable Grove Theatre, where we always do it. We always sell out that place, so we love it.
Absolutely fantastic. And what are some of the highlights that perhaps your fans can look forward to in that?
I haven't been releasing songs recently so much, but you must know that on the 31st of August, I'm bringing you new hot fire, new song. It will be amazing. And we have got some amazing songs that are coming on the 31st. So it's going to be another level because we're looking to improve and do better than we have ever done before.
Yeah. And in your journey as a worship leader, worshiper, a man of God, what are some pros that you've encountered? What are some cons that you've also encountered in that journey?
One of the biggest problems of being a minister is that you tend to find out that people are interested in your gift.
Right.
So people want what is inside of you. So if you're not focused on doing it for God, that can get to you.
Right.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, people are just interested in what you're giving them. They don't know what you're eating at home. Because in church, all this I'm talking about Free to Worship, nobody gets paid for that. We're doing it for God. So, but if you don't put it in your head that at the end of the day, the pay that I get from God is more than what anybody can ever give me. Before you experience, because the things of God, they don't come there. But if you keep on doing it, I've seen that. If I keep on doing it, you then start to see the results. So God will never disappoint you. You will never do anything for God, and He doesn't pay you back. He's the biggest and the smartest and the most faithful paymaster ever to exist.
That's incredible. You've brought a very important point there when you talk about the remuneration of the people in the choirs and things like that. Have you not had problems with that, where people, obviously, if you're going to sell out in Dunstable, there's money coming in.
Yes.
Where is that money channeled to? Do they get even just a little £10 a year or £20, or how is that structure working? So for most of our money that comes from that project, part of it goes to our missions. Right. Because we've got a huge mission field. Like I told you, Forward in Faith is in 169 nations. And some of the nations, they're not like Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe looks after itself. Other nations need to be supported. So some of the money goes there, and some of the money goes back into pushing the project because it's a bill that needs to be covered. Most of the people that are in there, a lot of them, actually all of us, we volunteer. But when I don't have, let's say I don't have fuel to come to the rehearsal, then we chip in and we help. Okay, that's good. So you're not just left there. But when you need
it's there. But if you are able, then yeah. So where does the money go? Goes to
That's where
missions,
it goes
to
back
the work of
into-
God,
back
and
into
to
the heart.
continue pushing the project. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Well, absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
Now, just lastly, before we wrap up the program,
Yes.
can you speak about the terrain between doing music in the UK and some of the trends that you've seen in Zimbabwe, the differences there and what you've observed?
Woo. When we came here, because we always watch Zimbabwean music on TV, on YouTube, and we were thinking, personally though, I was thinking, what are we going to do on that stage when those people go on? Because people here can sing. People here can really perform. Well, we in church, we don't like to call it performing. We
Performance,
say
exactly.
ministry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. On the day, it was awesome. But we had to do what we had to do, and surprise, people loved it.
Wow.
So music, whatever it is, whatever you do, it's got its own space.
Yeah.
No need to compete with anybody.
Konapo, ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.